Harry reportedly turned down King Charles's offer to stay at a royal residence during his recent trip to the UK. The decision was attributed to concerns over security arrangements and the lack of privacy, as the property lacked proper police protection and had open entry and exit points. Rather than accepting the invitation, Harry chose to stay at a hotel, which meant that he missed the chance to reunite with the king, who's currently undergoing cancer treatment. His team swiftly issued a statement suggesting that his father was too preoccupied to meet him. However, former BBC Royal correspondent Jenny Bunt, speaking to OK, dismissed Harry's alleged justification as implausible. She stated, "I find it very hard to buy the argument that Harry would feel safe in a royal residence. They're heavily guarded, as you'd expect, and there are usually several ways of getting in and out of palaces and castles. So he wouldn't necessarily have to be seen." I'm afraid that it does rather sound to me like Harry's trying to make himself into a victim once again when we're told that the offer was there for him to stay in a royal residence. Sources claim that Harry could have stayed at St James's Palace, minutes from where the monarch's based, after requesting to stay in a royal residence, but instead opted to stay at a Mayfair hotel without the protection offered by the central London compound. Speaking on the Daily Mail's Palace Confidential podcast, Palace expert Richard Eden blasted the decision, saying, "Look, we have Hollywood royalty, we have Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones. They have a flat at St James's Palace. It's good enough for Hollywood royalty, but not good enough for this minor royalty in California," he added. It's quite conceivable that Michael Douglas might find Harry's decision to decline King Charles's invitation to stay at St James's Palace somewhat amusing. Given Douglas's long-standing presence in the entertainment industry and his familiarity with high-profile events, he might view Harry's choice through a lens of celebrity culture and protocol. Douglas, known for his wit and charm, might see the situation as emblematic of the complexities surrounding royal engagements and familial dynamics, perhaps finding irony in the fact that even within such esteemed circles, personal preferences and security concerns can lead to unconventional decisions. Daily Mail's royal editor Rebecca English noted that Princess Beatrice lives there, Princess Anne. That's where she has her offices and the apartment that she stays in when she's in London. She said there'd never been a single concern raised from anybody about the security there, ever. Meanwhile, the Mail on Sunday's editor-at-large Charlotte Griffiths said the move made the prince look petulant and paranoid, said that he needs to get over it. Explaining further about Harry's decision, royal broadcaster Helena Chard recently told Fox News Digital he could have stayed at St James's Palace, a stone's throw away from Clarence House, where the king's usually based. Harry turned down staying in a palace where he'd have received armed security protection from the SO14 Royalty Protection Group. He chose to stay at a hotel in Mayfair without this protection. Not only would he have received armed security protection, but there's a far higher chance that he'd have seen his father. It worries me that Prince Harry has deeper-rooted problems, most likely related to his mother, as I feel his behaviour is beyond strange. I am, however, aware that his behaviour keeps the victim narrative alive, a narrative which maybe he feels serves a purpose at this time.